Hey, so in this video, I'm gonna break down how we launch multiple faceless YouTube channels every week and how to do it in a fast and profitable way. In this video, you won't find some beginner stuff like how to create a YouTube channel, how to create a Google account, or something you can find it in any tutorial on YouTube. Also, I'm not gonna talk about niches, and there are two purposes for that. That's like first one is you can find a niche everywhere. It's not hard to find a good niche, so many niche leaks and etc. And also, I'm not gonna talk about any specific niche because uh, everyone can learn from this video, so it won't be any specific case. Anyone can find valuable advice, some interesting things for their current situation and for their niches. So yeah, and also no branded approach because we focusing only on the business approach, not artistic approach with just YouTube channels with branded, right, with higher quality, with like a few one or two upload per week, let's say, right. It's not our goal. Our goal is to launch fast, get analytics fast, and scale fast, right? So you can see this is an example of our recent channel. We like it was just pre-monetized, so it didn't have almost any views, only views from old videos. And then we started to post. Yeah, you can see here there is no views almost at all. Then we started to post, and it's not only one video, it's multiple videos. And in this video, I'm gonna break down multiple things, and you can see it's just pre-monetize channel. And in this video, we're gonna discuss our goals, what we need to obtain when we launch channels. I'm gonna share cons, disadvantages of a big team, right? Of course, I'm gonna share advantages as well and how to use even like cons of a big team in the right way. Like what things you shouldn't care of, advantages, as I mentioned, key principles in this process, what you should pay attention to when you launch channels. It doesn't matter like multiple channels per week, per month, or just one channel, how to do it fast and efficient. Tricks, some tricks, black hat stuff. You can see like I outlined like 6 of them. Some metrics you should keep an eye on, and some additional tips. We're gonna finish with that. I'm gonna keep this video pretty short. So let's start with goals, right? Our main goal is to maximize revenue without too obscure like solo YouTuber niches, because there are multiple niches when you need to obtain a lot of information before starting. You need to do research, you need to understand subject, and usually people that have experience in these topics, they can outperform you because it's not niches for broad audience, something that is clickbait related. No, like it's niches for small groups of people that understand what you're talking about. So even if you write something with AI, they can understand it. They can complain in the comments. They won't stick to these videos. And also these niches, they don't usually have that much scalability. The second goal is to outscale competitors, including the first movers. Even if you are not the first in the niche, like you already spot the pattern, spot the idea, and somebody is running already a successful channel, or like a competitor's channel is just taking off. I'm gonna explain how you can outscale, right? How you can surpass even the first mover, because in many cases, first movers, they have a lot of disadvantages. Also, the third goal is to leverage data from earlier uploads. From early uploads, I mean like when you start the channel, you upload videos, and you get the data as soon as possible, so you can be flexible, you can pivot, you can change the channel maybe completely, right? You're gonna repost on another channel, you're gonna kill this one, so you need data as soon as possible, because if your competitor has a channel that is like actively being run, he already has this data. So our goal is to get and leverage that data from our channel. And the last goal is to lower the time before the first upload. to reduce that friction, right? Because the main advantage of a big team that you can produce content pretty fast, right? When you can enter any niche very fast, but also there is a disadvantage, and like a big team is like a big ship, right? So like there are some operational bottlenecks, there are like miscommunication between team members, between departments, between me or like my partner and team manager or VA. So we need to reduce that friction, right? And yeah, there's, because when you launch a channel yourself, right, you can do ideation, you can do analysis of a competitor channel, you can do video editing, you can generate audio, you can generate script, right? So you can do everything, and you don't need to talk to anyone, you don't need to convince anyone, you didn't need to motivate anyone, like you are alone. So that's usually advantage people have, but uh, after launching the channel, these advantages of small teams or like solo entrepreneurs, they turn into disadvantages. Um, yeah, so and also less solopreneur creativity. So the majority of things should be data driven. Like when you understood, okay, we launched like this channel in the past with this setup, with these technical details, with these guys, right? And these guys, these VAs, they need to just think a lot. Their turnaround is so big. So we need to create like the best team and the best setup for it, and to reduce also solopreneur creativity, something that we don't have, right? Like big teams, they don't have solopreneur creativity, because when people are motivated so much, right? It's also about the last con of a big team, potential for just a job, right? So just a job mentality, or for people have, yes, you need to motivate them, incentivize them well, so um, they need to be hungry. So that's the most important. But still, there are some people, some niches, let's say, that have solopreneur and solo YouTuber a mindset, and like one person in these niches can outperform because he's fully into that topic, right? It's like also about obscure topics, as I mentioned. He's fully in this idea, he understands the audience, he like reads every comment, right? So he understands how to do it. And yes, we also understand that we cannot create this perfect content how one person, one channel runs, right? So the quality can be a little bit lower, right? So let's say there's a guy, he runs only one channel at a time, there is no more distractions, right? It's his full-time job, so he understands the audience much better than we do. He understands the topics, he understands what competitors are doing, so he's fully actively in that one niche, right? So how we can outscale him? The first one, with bigger data from the past. Also, in terms of quality, right? Maybe we won't create that quality content. For example, the guy sits and whole day creates like only like 1/4 of a video, and one video he creates like for 1 week. Um, we don't want even to keep up with that quality, right? We would like to tackle it with quantity. Even our quality is less, so for example, his quality is 100%, our quality is 80%, it's enough, right? We just outscale him with volume, with revenue, and with amount of use. So that more important for us than just perfect content, perfect. If his audience is very happy, right, he has bigger IVD, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think everything is clear here. Okay, so things that don't make sense, right? It's your logo and banner when you're launching a channel. There is no need to sit for hours creating your name, your logo and banner. It doesn't really matter. Second thing, over edited first videos. No, you firstly need to get into the algorithm so YouTube can understand who your audience is, to push videos to that audience, and you need to expand it, right? You need to plant as many digital seeds, which are your videos, as possible. So you will help YouTube to find audience, right? If you just upload one perfect video, YouTube can struggle. YouTube can not trust your channel well, so it won't give you many impressions, and it will take more time for the algorithm to find your audience. So you just increasing chances for success by creating more videos, so there is no need in over edited. Yeah, and obsessing over perfect niche research without testing, it doesn't matter, right? You don't need to think and wait until, okay, like this outlier of competitor I don't like, let's see how his channel will progress, how it will look like in 1-2 weeks, in 1 month, right? You don't need to wait. It's always better to test than not. For us, right? Maybe for solo people, okay, you just take like more time, but still, like nowadays you can create content very fast, very cheap with AI. So you don't need to do it. It's better to test. It's better to, even if you fail, you get data, you learn many things, and even if you fail, you upload videos, they get some views, you kill the channel, you stop uploading, and then in the past this channel will be warmed up by these videos, so in the future it's gonna have like some chances, some bigger chances to blow up in a different niche. So it's better to try. Then the last one, rushing uploads too much without understanding the future topics. Sometimes people see an outlier or a channel with a few uploads only, and they think, oh my God, this is a good niche, right? But some, like in most cases, when it's like a small channel, not many videos, and only a few outliers, it's not a niche, it's just outlier survivalship bias. So these videos, or one video, it performed because of the topic, and it's not possible to expand the list of the topics and create more videos to impress the audience from different angles. Sometimes niches, they don't have an opportunity to create like dozens of topics and keep up the channel. So people usually do this mistake, and they have some outliers, but that's it, right? The channel just dies because, and they can create like similar videos to this outlier, but still audience can fatigue and they are not really interested in this topic anymore, or other topics you create on the channel. Cool. So this is the main block, I think, advantages of this business approach. How you can create, launch channels fast, test fast, and scale, right? Like it's not solo entrepreneur, it's something that you need to grow to if you are not running a team, if you are solo YouTuber. The first one is already prepared channels and AdSense accounts. So we always have a database of already channels we can post on. So there is no need to buy a pre-monetized channel, create a channel, like warm it up, buy like an age profile. No, like they're already prepared. They can be started. So right. So this is very good. Then more resources and people. It's not one-man hustle, right? We always try to make sure that people on these channels, they either have similar experience, same experience, or they are reliable to start the channel with. Then an option to launch multiple channels. This is very good, right? So as I always tell, YouTube doesn't trust all the channels the same way. There are bad channels and good channels. So even if you have already like 2-3 channels and you are unsure where to post your videos with systematic, with team approach, you can launch multiple channels. Then after like 5-10 uploads, after some time, depends on what you post, after some time you can spot a clearly outlier, like channel that performs much better than other channels, and you just double down on that. You delete videos on other channels, and you just proceed with this one with the best channel. So this is very good. Next thing is keep publishing consistent, even when some team members like sick, right? You can change them, unavailable, or solo creators unmotivated, right? So when they run out of ideas, when they don't want to proceed, when they saw like some problems, right? Like it's invalid traffic after monetization, or like some views drop, people skip, people quit, and business approach doesn't allow to do that, right? So we have failed channels, right? Everyone does, and we kill channels, we stop posting on them. But when we understand, okay, this is some problems in technical side or content side, right? We never quit a channel that is making good money, good revenue, right? We always trying to see, okay, what are options to pivot or options to leverage something else on the channel, right? We always trying to maintain, because it's business, right? It's purely numbers game. And the last thing is using data and experience from the past. So, of course, we have, apart from failed channels, as I mentioned, we have like a lot of successful ones. And we understand what's working in this format, what worked in a similar format or in competitors, or we have like the niches, we have like some other hidden data I cannot talk publicly, so we can leverage it. At least you can leverage your failed or successful channels, and you can leverage, for example, this voiceover works the best for this audience, this packaging style. So you already understand, and the more channels you have, failed, successful, you have more data. So more data, more probability that the next channel will blow up. Cool. So, and key principles in this process in launching channels. The first video should be at production at the same day you decide you're gonna go for this niche. You need, as I mentioned, you need to lower that friction between an idea and an action. So this is very important. You can see if this is a good niche, if this is easy niche, you will have a lot of competitors in the future, right? It's inevitable. People understand it. People have also data-driven analytics. So if they understand it's a good one, good RPM, you're gonna have competitors. So you need to lower this time between an idea and production, preferably at the same day. For us, it's the same day. Then minimum time between an idea and execution, that as I mentioned. Then multiple videos in parallel, even on one channel, not many channels, but in one channel. As I showed you the channel here, right? It's not only one upload, it's multiple uploads per day. That's why we have bigger chances for the algorithm to understand what the audience is for this niche. Cool. And as I mentioned also, that trick with running multiple channels, it's going to help you also with multiple uploads, right? Because you shouldn't just copy your videos to 100% and re-upload them on multiple channels without changes, and like many videos the same. Cool. So, and then keep the team on tight deadlines, because you understand, okay, they need to understand as well that you are just launching the channel and you need to do it fast and in the right way. So they don't need to wait with execution time. You need to even like your VAs, right? If you don't have like a big team, your VAs, you need to say, okay, this is an idea. This is very important moment for me, for my business. We need to launch this channel very fast. So let's just start execution. I'm gonna pay you a little bit extra, but we need this channel up and running as soon as possible. And yeah, just post. There is no need in perfect content now, no long videos. You just need to post. And when I say no long videos, we're gonna discuss one thing that helps the YouTube algorithm. The first one is small length first. So this is like a trick. Let's say when you don't start a channel with, for example, you see a competitor and he's doing videos 2 hours long videos. You don't need to create 2 hour long video. You should create small videos first, then increase the length step by step. It depends. When I say step by step, there is always a rule, right? It's not a black and white, but there is a rule that okay, that you can see like what videos usually for competitors they're doing well, what length. Then you start with smaller length, and then you progress. And there is like some percentages how you can progress. It depends on the niche in terms of video length. So you progress, and YouTube algorithm, it understands, so okay, AVD is growing, which is a good signal, right? And it increasing the push. So firstly, first advantage of this is that you can create more videos that are smaller length and help the algorithm to find your audience as quickly as possible. And the second thing is that you need that progression of AVD, of viewer satisfaction. So it's gonna help algorithm to find the audience and gives you like an extra push. Then it's riskier packaging approach. So before, like the majority of channels we start, they are not monetized. And before monetization, so you don't have any risks, right? The channel is not connected to your AdSense, to any AdSense, so it's just small. You have this advantage of doing riskier and more clickbaity packaging than your competitor. So even if your competitor makes like a video A, let's say, you just remake the video and you increase the risks, you increase the urgency, you increase clickbait, you increase triggers, right? Exaggerate them so much because you have nothing to lose, right? Your video won't be limited monetization because there is no monetization. Your video, your channel won't be affected like with demonetization, as I mentioned, also because of the same reason. Then before monetization, you change thumbnails. You either delete them, you just leave custom ones that YouTube proposes, or you just change to normal ones to get accepted into YouTube Partner Program, right? Cool. So then the next thing is stitching or reusing old videos from your other channels. So this is a bit risky, and you need to understand where to use it and how to use it, but it's really fast to create a small video, crazy packaging, and then stitch old videos to the end, just in terms of get some extra AVD if you have other channels in kind of similar niches, and make that short transition from the first videos, like literally for this niche, to your old ones. So it's going to be like a reconnecting hook. Then it's parasite method. When you see already like proof of concept, right? When competitors are running their channels, and to get their audience and or like as much as similar as possible, you need to create almost the same topic, the same packaging as they do, right? There is no overcomplication. There is nothing like you shouldn't innovate so much. You just recreate their videos. You need to help algorithm to get you the same audience as they do, right? To help them. You shouldn't create completely different, right? If you think, okay, he created already video about it, like I won't create. No, in many cases, like YouTube and niches, they are so big, right? And their subscribers, they could not see this video, like different people, but the same audience. So you just need to use parasite method, and it's gonna help also your channel. It's all. I don't say like you should use all these things every time for every channel combined. No, right? You should. It's only for educational purposes, right? Like how we do, what works. You should think about it. Like what will help you the most from this, how you can leverage it in the right way. And the next one is partial traffic push, including Google Ads, PPC content. So also, like, some niches, they can be pushed if only if they are broad, right? If they are for some specific audience, YouTube algorithm will do its job much better than you, right? Like, algorithm is like a black box, so it understands what's the best audience. Sometimes it struggles, but if your niche is broad, you can drive traffic from somewhere, from external pages, from other social media, and from PPC. And by PPC, I mean Google Ads, as I mentioned, because you can insert in placements, you can input competitor channels, and your video, your ad will be the video of your competitor, right? Of suggestions. If it's like discovery ad, it can be like in stream at the beginning of competitor video. You can have your video, and you can target exactly channels you need, right? If you understand. If you don't understand, don't do Google Ads, because it can kill your channel if you don't know how to use it. And it's not for every niche, right? It's also for broad niches. It works well. Then cloning competitors for dub channels. This is something that you can test almost for free, and it's a bit risky. You just see, okay, competitor is running this channel in English, and you translate, you take everything he does, and you make a channel in French, for example. It's only for testing, right? You shouldn't monetize. You shouldn't apply even for monetization. It's just for test. And it's not something that I recommend you to do, of course. Like, it's better to produce your content if you want like a stable business. But in order to test something, you can do with a few videos to understand how aggressively YouTube is pushing that your translated channel, or if there is any demand in this niche, or people just don't want to watch it at all. Cool. So I hope it's clear. Just two metrics you should keep an eye on is progression of impressions, right? When you launch a channel, you should see a progression of impressions, how they are growing. YouTube is pushing the channel or not at all. There is no progression. It's just like a few impressions per day. That something is bad with technical side, with your technical setup. It's either channels or other things you use. And then, of course, when you have impressions, your AVD should progress, because it's usually it's hard for YouTube to find the perfect audience for you on the first day. So it looks always for audience pools. So it can promote your video to, let's say, two different pools. One pool will be perfect audience for you, so 100% AVD, and second pool will be just like, let's say, completely not your audience, and AVD will be 0. So, and the same amount of views, for example, from any pool. Then YouTube pushes your video to do these two pools, and you have AVD like 50%. And then YouTube understands, okay, you have like better AVD from the pool number 1, so it pushes more to pool number 1, but still it has like some push to not relevant groups. So your AVD goes up. So it's not like it's 50% today, it can be like 71% tomorrow and stuff like that, right? Just like numbers. And yeah, it's just the end of the video. Just a few tips. Don't launch a channel unless you see a 10K opportunity in it, right? There is no point in scaling and launching channels if you see, okay, there is like not a big view floor. This niche is so narrow in terms of total addressable market. There is not people watching. There are also like a lot of channels. They are doing many videos, and people, they don't watch, right? There is no virality. There is no potential, because maybe for someone it's cool to make 3 to 5K per month with one channel. Yeah, but it can be volatile, right? Your profit margin can drop, something can happen. You can get like one video out of suggested feed, so the channel can die. So, and it's not a good idea. No new people, especially on thumbnails. When you launch a channel, you already need an established people you can trust. You can you can delegate this idea, this channel, so they can launch it fast, and then you can document, and new people can take over. And as I mentioned, no super innovation, only something data driven. You don't need to reinvent a bicycle if you launch a similar channel to something that is already working. I hope this video was valuable. I think it's too long, but I think it definitely helped you in some ways. Maybe there's some more clarity. If you have any questions, write in the comments. If you want to learn more value, just follow me on Twitter if you don't do it so far. See you.